So we're back with some more Scrub Dojo Live. We're doing a fresh new game cycle. So that means we started with no skills or tools or health or damage. But we gave up Kuro's Charm, which means we're also taking damage unless we deflect perfectly. This is like, for me, this is like the baseline of like the hardest the game can be. If you wanted to do this without doing posture upgrades or damage upgrades, or if you wanted to throw the demon bell on top of this, that's, for me, for my money, that's like, this is the bedrock of or the foundation of like just the absolute nightmare in terms of hard mode. But we're doing pretty good now. We're far enough in the game. We've got 15 vitality, 5 attack power. So we're actually doing damage now, which is great. We actually have health now, which is great. And the game starts to sort of even out here. I think I wanted to play through the game and actually like enjoy exploring and not just like rushing for bosses. And doing this like ensures that like I have to like walk around and pay attention to stuff, right? Because we need experience points for skills, and we need to find upgrade materials for our tools, and we need to find our prayer beads, and we need to find our gourd seeds. We need to find all this stuff. All this stuff is important. If you start off in New Game Plus, the difficulty scales up, of course, but like you start with like all the health and all your healing and all your damage. So like even if you're in like New Game Plus 6, you're not really after anything because you've already got all your stuff, and I wanted to enjoy the thrill of the game, not just the thrill of the bosses. We just got the Mibu breathing technique. We can swim now, which is nice. Also, I'd like to point out this is From Software's like first game with swimming in it, and they did a pretty good job. It's not like a groundbreaking swimming game or anything. But it certainly is, what's the word I'm looking for? Certainly is, serviceable. Yeah, serviceable. So we killed the monk, we killed, Orin, but now we can swim. Also, I said I would point this out. Anytime you open a treasure chest in Sekiro, it's like Pulp Fiction when they open Marcellus Wallace's briefcase. Alright, we got some divine grass there. I said I was going to read the divine grass. It's one small part of Ashina is exceedingly old. The ancient soil, rocks, and water that pervaded the land are said to have attracted the attention of the gods. The Dr. Dogen studied the plants in this ancient place, resulting in the recipe for this special medicine. Man, Dogen gets a lot. That's the other part of this playthrough is really like digging in deep on the story and the lore and stuff. And Dogen gets way more play than I remember. Oh, that's a real fish. He should reappear, right? They're like titanite lizards, but less annoying. We're collecting these treasure carp scales. Don't ask me why. I know that I want them. I mean, I know the pot nobles. I'm just trying to remember, like, what am I after, you know? What makes these things... What makes these things so important to me? Somewhere in the back of my mind, I know they're good, but I don't know why. And here's where we meet the mean, ugly carp fish. Hey, what's up, Spacey? Well, come and get some, you stupid fish. We picked up some special bait. Red carp eyes. A carp that lived in the Mibu village pond. It has 2 red eyes. Carp with only eyes that are red cannot become masters. Though they're considered incomplete creatures that lack the ideal number of scales, their eyes are said to be everlasting. The researcher Dojo in the abandoned dungeon wants these eyes to improve his procedure. So, yeah, this is the other thing. We've got this surgeon in the dungeon whose name is Dojo. He is a student of a guy whose name is also Do something, and that person was a student of Dojin. So you've got like Dojin, Dosaku, and Dojun. Or Dojun. Hey! I don't have time for this, fish! Get out of here. Whoa! Good lord. I'll drink underwater. Arr. The laws of physics be a harsh mistress. What in the hell? Is that a horse? Did they dump a horse down here? Or are they statues of fantastic men's legs? We also can see more slugs down here. Real fishing hamlet hours. Also just tons and tons of, like, wood markers. Good afternoon, Finny. Nah, the dragon mask is, like, to me, useless. Light coin purse. Light coin purse. The dragon mask allows you to take your skill points and turn them into attack power, which seems like it would be really good. But your attack power has a soft cap at like 14 or 15, which is like the number you can get in a single playthrough. It has a real deep soft cap, and then it has another soft cap at like 30 or something like that. Honestly, at a certain point, it's just not worth. Paku Pori, hello and welcome. And a prayer bead. So that prayer bead is that's big gits. I mean, yeah, like, I know what the carp scales are for. I just don't remember why I'm collecting them. Like, there's a quest you can do with the carp scales where you give them to, you know, the 2 pot nobles. Both of them want to become carps. They want you to kill the master carp. But you have to buy so much stuff from them in order to trigger that quest. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, I feel like there's something worth buying with these carp scales, and I just don't remember what the hell it is. But, you know, we'll figure that out at some point. So, now that we can swim, we've got a few places we can go, like, check out that we haven't been to yet. Including places we've already been, right? That have water. Now we can go to those places and we can experience them differently. So, I would like to do that. However, I would also like to split it up a little bit so that there's like some... I don't want to spend like an hour just swimming around before I fight a boss or something, you know? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Simpo. And I don't think... I'm pretty sure I've taken care of all the bosses and stuff here. But I know for a fact there's a spot I can swim in here. And we still need to use the bell to fight the folding screen monkeys. So this will be a good way to, you know, split stuff up. Yeah, the mask sucks. The floating passage is okay, I guess. I don't care enough. I know that's not what I'm after. But like I know we'll find. I don't know. We'll end up there at Fountainhead eventually, and then I'll talk to that pot noble, and I'll be like, that's the thing I wanted. So these monks are like they've given up on their old time religion, just chucking statues into this pond. Now, earlier in the playthrough, we came here, and we talked to a corrupted monk who was feeling kind of guilty about what they had done to their little magic child, locking her away. And he gave us a text that he would like for us to give to her if we ever happen to run into her. If you don't do that, if you don't talk to that monk, this is where you'll come to get that text, if I'm not mistaken. It's located down here somewhere. But yeah, the mask that you can buy with the scales, to me, is just not worth. Like, it's just not worth. Let's go fight the monkeys. Right? There's no more swimming here, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. It just occurred to me what I've done. Do I want to do this? Let's do it. Let's do it. So, when we came here earlier, there was a monk hanging out, and this bell was not here. The monk talked to us, and the monk told us that he would like for us to give... also I need to look at another item we picked up. He told us that he would like for us to give this holy chapter to the child if we ever meet them. So you need that in order to initiate one of the secret endings of the game. What's great about Sekiro and its secret endings is you can do the stuff for both of them, and then just choose which ending you want at the very end, which is nice. We haven't fought one of these dudes yet. And they're a lot of fun. When they're one-on-one. Oof. I'm not being nearly aggressive enough, though. You can use the ninja star to knock them out of the air when they go for their weird stuff. And they have one big move where they go up in the air. Ow. Oh my lord. All that damage. That move right there. You can anti-air death blow that. And that's an insta-kill right there. I love that. I love that. They're really fun to fight. I should have been more aggressive with him at the start, and then in the middle, that monk decided to join in. But that was still a fun little encounter. I just wanted to show off those guys because they're one of the best enemies. I understand a lot of people are annoyed by them because you always have to fight them in pairs, and I definitely get that. Because like, holy shit, if there's one enemy you shouldn't have to fight in pairs, it's definitely those guys. Alright, let's do this. Good morning, Reap Neep. Ghastly, I've never been able to mid-air death blow them when they jump over you. I've never seen the prompt either, so I don't think you can, but I could be wrong. They have a very, it's like a small jump where they sort of like flip over you. That's the one you're talking about, I assume. And no, I've never been able to do that. I really like this fight as a gimmick fight. I play Bloodborne like at least once a year, and you know, the more you play, like the more you fight Michael Ash, you know, the easier it is. The more you understand the fight, but he can still do some stuff that's like annoying, even though you know how to do the fight. Like he can still be annoying. The monkeys, on the other hand, I don't think are ever annoying. Like, you can do this the same every time with the same level of success. It's a very good gimmick fight, in that on repeat playing, it's not a huge pain in the butt. Like it is the first time you play it, it should be a pain in the butt because you don't know it, you don't understand it. But then once you figure out like your way of doing it and like you know how to do it quickly, you can definitely, you know what I mean? Like it's not a pain to do it over and over again. This is a 5-pronged bell made of aged bronze that can be used repeatedly. When it's rung, the monkeys and wolves are returned to their initial states. However, a monkey caught in the folding screen will not escape, whether the bell is rung or not. So if you've caught a monkey and you ring this bell, it doesn't it doesn't get out. But if you can't figure out how to do the monkey business, you can ring this bell, and you can ring this bell, and be reset to the start of the fight. So there's our invisible monkey. We've got a Geishin sugar active, and we can follow the pot banging monkey. Then we can, you know, make sure you've got your firecrackers for this next bit. Well, I mean, you don't have to have them, but I think it works best. We're gonna jump down onto this tree. And I'm an idiot. You can hit that dude with the firecrackers, and then like that's all over. But as long as you approach him from the side there, like, you're good. He'll leave you alone. He won't see you coming. Are these monkeys affected by the monkey rage whistle? Not to my knowledge, but I've never tried it. And the last one is like really good about always going to his spot, as long as you approach him from the right direction. Or sometimes he doesn't have to. Terror monkeys! Terror monkeys! That was bizarre. Usually that dude sees you coming, and he books it. He books it straight for the room that I just opened, the windy door in. But that time he didn't. Also, Suckboy Johnson. Thanks for the sub. Welcome, and enjoy your emotes. So the monkeys were performing some kind of ritual that was keeping this child hidden away. Sort of a like a vacuous ROM sort of situation. We get a new ninjutsu for that as well. The folding screen monkeys guarded the Hall of Illusions and befriended the divine child of rejuvenation. We got the puppeteer ninjutsu. Temporarily forces one who should have fled this realm to remain. A puppet moves on behalf of its master, but its strings are destined to snap. So we came here to Simpo Temple to get the Mortal Blade, and this is where we get it. But this also serves a much larger purpose for the purposes of unlocking some of those, one of those secret endings.
何故参られたのですか。
不思議りを求めに。
抜けぬ刀とご存知か。
ああ。
抜けぬとは抜いて帰った者がおらぬということ。それでも試されるのですか。
So, I see that now. Thank you, guys. I missed us John Sekiro redeem. My bad. There should be alerts for those, but I can't make alerts for those. But I got you. I got you, Reginald. We've been told that no one can draw the Mortal Blade. If you draw the Mortal Blade, you die. That's why it's called the Mortal Blade.
抜こ
そうですか。わかりました。覚悟が終わりならば改められよ。
What's interesting to me here is she says, why do they keep doing this?
死を厭わぬのですか。
And I don't know if that's like a translation error or if we're supposed to take that someone else has tried this.
あなたは一体その右目流因の呪いを受けているのですね。
不思議り確かにもらい受けた。
I mean, yeah, like if we take the dialogue at its word, it means other people have tried this. But I know that pronouns get weird when you translate them. So, you know, maybe that's like a case of what happened there. Like maybe she says, "Is he not loath to die?" But I mean, if that translation is like legit, then yeah, other people have tried this. But like, who was trying it? Who was doing this? An Odachi capable of slaying the Undying, its crimson blade will take the life of any who dares draw it. Without the power of resurrection, one could not hope to wield this weapon, which allows one to defeat even infested beings. Long concealed within Senpo Temple, the blade is inscribed with its true name, Gracious Gift of Tears. So, the name of the sword is the Gracious Gift of Tears. Which means, and it's here in Senpo Temple, which makes me think that the monks knew about the dragon and how to sever immortality, because you have to have like tears from the divine dragon. But you know, maybe not. Maybe they just knew it was called this, and they just knew that this was the name of the sword or whatever. But still interesting. Where the hell did this thing come from? You know.
あなたは流因の巫女に仕えるお方なのですね。
ああ
何故不思議りを求めるのですか。
宣教に竜の涙を手に入れ不死立ちを果たすために。
なるほど。読んだことがあります。流因を断つ術があると。つまり巫女は流因を厭われておいでなのですね。
そうだ。
巡り合わせとはいいなものですね。私は越智の巫女たちの一人、死なずの愚道者たちが作り上げた偽りの流因を持つものです。
巫女たちとは
まともに育ったのは私だけ。他の皆はここに眠っています。
そうか。
不死を断つことが正しいのかは分かりません。なれど流因が人の生き方を歪める。それを憎むのは私も同じ。
So here she's just
忍びよ。
mirroring
私も
Kuro's
あなた
sentiments
の一助となりましょう。お手を。
that immortality has corrupted
Dojo.
people. With Kuro, you kind of get the feeling it's just a thing that happened. Like, he was just born that way. Like, he was just born immortal with, like, the divine dragon's heritage. But with her, it's very obvious that, like, the monks did this to her. They tried to make immortality. And we know, you know, once you beat the game, you realize why they were trying to do it. They made her immortal so that they could essentially, like, use her as like, they call it, like, the cradle, I think. But essentially, she just takes on another person's life inside of her, and can just, like she still exists, but so too does the person still exist inside of her. So, like, that was the monk's plan. For what nefarious purpose, who knows? But she hates the monks, obviously, because why wouldn't you hate them? So she gives us some rice, and it's rice that's spilled from the palms of the Child of Rejuvenation. It gradually recovers vitality for a time. Even in falsehood, the power of the dragon's blood brings a bountiful harvest. Rice is precious. The flavor grows richer with each bite and is sure to raise one's spirit.
これは米か。
はい。お米は大事と存じます。噛めば噛むほど甘くなり、元気も出ましょう。
And there are some hints of, like, some Bloodborne quest lines here. So in Bloodborne, you may remember there are certain special blood vials you can get from Adele the nun and the prostitute. I can't remember her name. But they'll give you, like, special blood. Also, Yusefka will give you special blood. But they only give you one at a time, and you can't carry, like, certain people's blood at the same time. Like, you can't have the prostitute's blood, Adela, Ariana, and Adeline. Yeah, you can't carry the prostitute's blood and the nun's blood at the same time. You can have Yusefka's blood and, you know, the nun or the prostitute, but you can't have those other two. So anywho, if you want more of those, you have to use the one you have, and then you can go back and get more. So in the Bloodborne DLC, the Old Hunters, they introduced that game mechanic as a side quest. You have a lady she'll give you special blood. She's a patient in the research hall. She'll give you special blood, but you need to take her special blood, and you need to use it and come back and get more over and over again to further her quest line, so that you can become a cauliflower. They do the same thing here, and they tell us they're doing the same thing here. She tells us, and the item description both tells us, the flavor grows richer with each bite and is sure to raise one's spirit. Well, no, I guess it doesn't. I could have sworn it said something about it. But she tells us that it tastes better the more we eat it. So, essentially, she's like, you know, yeah, the more you use it, the better it gets. So, we kind of have a hint there to be using this rice. Also, we've met an NPC who has asked us to get her rice.
巫女の忍びよ、ようこそおいでくださいました。
So we can request rice, and she'll tell us she can't give us
す
any.
みません。お米がまた豊穣の頃にお授けしましょう。
We can give her the holy chapter on the infested, or, super interestingly enough, we can give her a Sakura droplet. This Sakura droplet is the remnant of a failed immortal oath. It's an immortal oath that didn't take, and it produced a Sakura droplet. We can give this to her, or we can give this to Kuro, and in exchange, they will give us an extra node of resurrective power. So instead of having 2 resurrects, we can potentially have 3. We're going to give her the holy chapter. give scriptures of the Simpo Temple High Priest?
受け取れ。
それは
お主に渡してくれと頼まれた。
ありがとうございます。受け取ります。
どうした？
私はあの人たちをまだどうしようもなく憎んでいるのです。
She can't help but detest them. Of course not.
さようなら、巫女の忍びよ。あなたの行く末に。
Alright, so let's do a couple of things for some NPCs real quick. Also, we use the Screen Monkey's memory. The Halls of Illusion lie on the threshold between life and death. Departed souls of the divine children drift and sway, taking shelter in the monkeys of the temple. Such is why the divine child of rejuvenation speaks of them as friends. So these poor monkeys look over all of the kids that the monks were killing in an attempt to make their divine child. And we killed them because we're a jerk. So, we're going to stay on Simpo Temple. We're going to stay here. And we're going to head to this lamp, idol, bonfire. We're going to head here. We're going to walk backwards a little bit. Since they introduced the notes in this game, I'm like all the time accidentally opening my notes. That was not my intention. Why do you throw with your left hand? Why do you throw with your left hand, wolf? This could also be an interesting time to try out our new ninjutsu. See what it's like. That was a weird aggro. Somebody spotted me, but I'm not sure who. Ooh! That was not my intention at all. I'm stuck on a wall. Bad dodge, or parry. Oh, he clipped me. Oh, he got me before I got him. Whoa, what the hell was that? That was wild. Yeah, you don't want to block any attack. Deflecting is when you perfectly time it and you parry or deflect the attack. Blocking is what happens if you deflect a little late. Typically, the game is pretty generous. And when you first start the game, a block is no big deal. But if you give up Kuro's Charm at the beginning of the game, you take damage when you block. As long as, you know, but that's only an option after you've beat the game. When you first start the game, it's not an option to give that up. It's basically just like a hard mode you can unlock.
一つは干し柿、あっちじゃ。生柿はあっちじゃ。駆け越えて穴くぐり。
So she's trying to lead us to the fruits of the serpent. One is dried and one is fresh. And she's given us these bizarre, unhinged clues. And then she tells us that she would like some rice from the divine. She would like some rice. And we have rice now, right? So let's give her some rice. Here's some rice.
まさしく巫女様のお米。ありがたや、ありがたや。
お告げを頼む。
生垣を欲するならば、タコ揚げ。
If it's fresh fruit you want, fly a kite. Wind the puppet, fly a kite.
生垣を欲するならば、くぐつ回しでタコ揚げ。くぐつ回しとは。
So we can head back here. While we're here, actually, we'll run over and we'll talk to this dude, this memorial mob, and he gives us a free persimmon.
国よ、
Once he realizes, or once he asks if we've met the child of the rejuvenating waters. He seems to be knowledgeable of what's going on here. And he knows somehow that she survived what the monks did to her, but only barely. And he gives us a persimmon. He wanted to share it with all the children. But obviously that's not going to happen. Also, while we're here, we'll go ahead and grab something else. This is the real happy ending right here, chat. All the other happy endings are false. They're all false happy endings. I need to remember how to do this. If we head over here, it might be time to fight ghosts, too. Yep. Look at this dude doing weirdo stuff. Ooh! Ah! Now he does normal stuff. He's conditioned me to not respond to normal stuff. Got lucky. What? Oh, you son of a bitch. Caught me rolling on rocks. Please, hit. Good lord. So after you defeat two bosses, you move like the night closer to day, or you move the day closer, into night. And at night, ghosts start appearing. And depending on what area you're in, you'll fight different types of enemies that you've already fought, but they're like ghost versions now. I could have sworn... Yeah, there it is. So here we get the red and white pinwheel. It's a small pinwheel made of red and white paper, found about halfway up Mount Congo. The red and white pinwheels simply spin round and round. Everyone is right here. And, these are set here for... I'm an idiot. These are set here because, they're like memorial tokens for all the children that died. I don't remember the right way to do this. I don't remember the right way to get over here. It looks like I can get over here from right here, but I don't recall this being the right way to do it. So this is a big part of, like, this is where frame rate just drops. Like, anyway, let's see if this works. I don't know if it'll work or not. We're gonna try. The frame rate didn't drop, but there was definitely a skip. I mean, it looks like you could definitely do it, but I don't know. I feel like this isn't the right way to do it. Alright, well, I mean, it works. I'm not going to complain. And here we find the white pinwheel, a small pinwheel made of white paper, found below a cliff at Mount Congo. Perhaps it was carried there by the wind. It is simply a single, pure white pinwheel. Only the child is right here. Heavy coin purse and some monkey booze. Yeah, Robert is absolutely one of the dead kids. Some black gunpowder. And if we continue this way, we can finally take on a door that was locked at the beginning of the game, early on. But in order to do that, we must first fight a headless, and these things are terrifying. We're gonna need a purple modded gourd so that we are able to cure terror, and we're gonna need divine confetti to actually hurt it. I don't think I have anything else that's gonna help in this situation. So, the headless... Ow. He's going for my butthole egg. Ah, I was too late. The headless have like a tranquil walk of peace zone around them, where you can't dodge. But you can run. Man. I'm getting absolutely schooled here. Why are you ducking? I think I'm out of heals. But the headless are absolutely worth killing because you get a sugar buff that you can use for spirit emblems, which is like super, super good. And like a lot of people don't use these sugars, but like they're really, really handy, especially in certain places. Like against those clawed enemies, the giraffes, the chimeras, the Goken sugar can really help you maintain posture, even if you miss a deflect and get a block. So like that's really handy when you don't have a Kuro's Charm. Gaishin Sugar is super handy for running through parts of levels where you're trying not to be seen. I've not used a lot of Ungo Sugar. This one reduces... Wait. Yeah. Temporarily reduces vitality damage taken from physical attacks. Okay. So this one makes you take less vitality damage. I guess if there's like an enemy that's like really kicking your ass, this is a good sugar to have. Eiko Sugar just makes you do more damage. So here we have Eiko's Spirit Fall, which is the same buff, but it's no longer limited. It costs 2 Spirit Emblems, and we can use it, as long as we have Spirit Emblems. Fallen Headless Spirit of Eiko that increases vitality and posture damage for a time. Headless are the ruined form of corrupted heroes who once fought for their country. Seize the power of an inhuman spirit by laying it to rest, but risk going quite mad unless something is offered in return. If the monks wanted to be part of the Dragon's Cradle, what's up with the infestation? The infestation is just, like, immortality for dummies, right? I think in the infested tome, in the chapter The Infested, they talk about they became immortal so they could wander, so they could live long enough to wonder why they had become immortal. I suspect it's one of those things where they're like, yeah, we have to become immortal so we can, like, figure out, so that we can stay alive long enough to do this. But what are they trying to do exactly? I don't know. I have no idea what the hell they're up to. Like, what their big plan was. Why they were worried about the cradle in the first place. I could have sworn there was another spot over here where you could fight some ghosts and get a prayer bead. I thought it was like down here. But that just leads you back into the other place. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. That's by the entrance to the gun fort? Okay, that makes sense. So here we can finally open this door that we haven't been able to open since the beginning of the game. We are back where we fought the ogre. The first ogre. And if I'm not mistaken, there's hat dudes, right? Antidote powder. And a divine grass. No hat dudes? I guess the hat dudes come here during the invasion. Is Genichiro infested as well? Yes. But there's like, you can tell there are like levels to infestation because, those monks are like literally crawling with parasites. They're like Fry in that episode of Futurama where Fry eats the wormy egg salad from a truck stop gas station, from a gas station restroom or whatever. Parasites lost. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now, we need to head back to Senpo Temple. But we're going to head here to the entrance. Yeah, they talk about they talk about a difference between rejuvenating waters and rejuvenating sediment. Emma says that the sediment is more concentrated. So I always assumed the sediment was like more filthy than the water. Like the Mibu villages, the Mibu villagers, like those people are drinking the water, and then like the sediment is what makes you like so it'll drive you crazy, but like the sediment will like actually make you immortal. That's how I took it, but I don't know that there's enough words in the game to come to like any full-on conclusion. So here we see a kite. Wind the puppet, fly a kite. And here's our little potato friend, Black Hat Badger.
おめえもこの寺に来てたのか。
お前は
野暮用って言っただろ。
ここで何をしている？
あっちの方、向こう岸まで渡りてえんだが、往生しててな。
対岸に渡る術は？
忍びだこを使いや渡れるな。だがずっとタコを上げておくにはコツがいる。タコ上げの素人には荷が重い。
So he tells us we need to fly the kite to get across. And then he warns us about an assassin who handles the kite.
ずっとタコを上げさせる。そんな芸当ができりゃいいが、袖の下は通じねえとよ。
But the assassin won't take a bribe.
まったく。
I ask you, what's the world coming to? Imagine that. An assassin who won't take a bribe. Well, we don't really need him to take a bribe. Also, some very good game design here, putting respawning spirit emblems near here. So we wind the puppet, and he flies the kite.
Huh. 傀儡の術ってやつか。初めて見たぜ。おめえやるじゃねえか。へっ、得意げな顔一つしやしねえ。これで俺も野暮用を済ませられる。ありがとうよ。
Arigato, yo. So he tells us now he can take care of his personal business. So, not only is this helping us find fruit. Oh no. Not only is this helping us find the fruit of the serpent. But we're helping our friend Badger out. Also, another interesting thing is happening. You can see we've got the Mortal Blade equipped on our back now. I really wish I could lock onto the dude that's important. Ooh. What are you doing, homie? I made you a puppet to help me, not suck. So now that we have the Mortal Blade, it can kill immortal things, and including those things that are infested. So we've tried everything we could to kill this dude earlier, and it didn't work. But now... Oh, also somebody redeemed do the John Sekiro voice. So here you go. Alright, you cricket puking monk, it's finally time for you to meet your maker once and for all. Nuh-uh. You don't fool me. You don't fool me. So we can finally kill those dudes, which is awesome. And eventually, we can get... we have the Mortal Draw attack. We can eventually get an empowered Mortal Draw attack. But that attack is awesome. It rules. And it's very, very good. It does a shit ton of vitality damage. And it's especially good at hitting big things. Like, oh, I don't know, giant centipede-infested apes. Should that be a thing you ever run across. So now that we've got a kite, we can finally fly across here. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is. Some snap seeds. Remember? They told us there'd be snap seeds over here. And then it's just a leap of faith, baby. Look at the big snake skin hanging from the trees. That's such a... Oh, it's just... so good. Anything down here? We can get a better look at the snake skin. I love my snake skin. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make some boots out of that. So here we have an idol, and we found our homie. He got across to the other side too.
Yo, おめえか。
野暮用は済んだか。
ああ、おかげさんでな。
この墓は。
こいつは俺のガキの墓だ。
そうか。
ガキがいなくなった後、何やら急にラッパの人が面倒になってな。オチの試しだ。
Experiments with rejuvenation, kidnapping, the responsibilities of a black hat, everything to do with this temple was just rubbing me the wrong way. After his son died.
ああ、さてと、これで野暮用は済んだ。他に当てもねえし、アシナの城にでも戻るとするかね。どこだろうが、この寺よりゃマシってもんだ。
So this dude was a kidnapper and an assassin for the monks. They would steal children and do their experiments on them. Bloodborne. And this fella here was one of those kidnappers and assassins up until this kid died. And once his kid died, he kind of, you know, fell out of favor with it. Now, okay. We've unlocked this idol here, and there's nothing for us to do right now. There's nothing for us to do right now because we haven't met the snake yet. After the gun fort, this snake will show up here. In the this mountainous cave system is like the snake's home. It's the same snake that we ran into earlier. You can't... Alright, so when you come here, you can jump off, and we're going to do it. You can attack the snake, and you can kill it. And if you kill the snake, you get a... you get one of its... you get the fresh snake fruit, which is like, you know, like the snake's liver or its heart or something, who knows. But if you don't kill the snake, it instead swallows you up, and it delivers you to the place where you will find the other, the dried fruit. But you can do that a different way. You can get there a different way. We're going to get there a different way because I'm trying not to mess up the old lady's quest line. And I'm not sure exactly if that would mess it up or not. But we've got this idol now. So we can come back here anytime. So this is good. It's taken care of. Trying to think. I guess there's nothing left to do at this point except head for the gun fort, which is going to be a nightmare at night with all the ghosts. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Is there anything else I could do? I guess I could go get some more rice. We'll get some more rice. This will also be a good time for me to take a break, too, because I need to refill my coffee. And we'll put a VOD split here, and we'll pick it up in just a little bit.